This is the Hardball AFL show. My name is Nick Wren, joined by Xavier Ellis and Ryan Daniels. It's the mailbag after round 20.
And it is the thickest mailbag I have seen all year, so let's get straight into it. This episode is brought to you by Woodside Energy, a proud major sponsor of the Fremantle Football Club, supporting local footy from grassroots to greatness, starting with Ronan. Hey guys, big fan of the pod. Best footy podcast by far.
Oh.
I just have a question for Zave. Last year, he said the Crows recruits would raise the floor, but not the ceiling. Just wondering if he has any comments on the height of the ceiling now.
Well, it's more the thriller and stuff raising the
floor,
ceiling.
But not the ceiling.
Okay, I would say the ceiling has been raised the floor has been raised thanks to Neil Bullen and
James
Peatling and Cumming. The ceiling has been raised by Rankin, the thriller, Dawson, Worrell,
Dan
Curtin,
Worrell, I love
players
Worrell.
they already had. So, yes, the floor has risen. But maybe the ceiling's gone up a foot or two.
At least.
Hey.
But I'm not crediting those three.
Crows could win the flag.
Crows could win the
James,
flag.
for Big Pepsi, what contract would you be happy to give Nasiah, Wanganeen, Miller, both years and cash? Go, you've got the checkbook. Go.
So I don't really have a firm feel of what's happening with contracts these days. There's no way in the world Harley's worth 10 years for $2 million.
No.
But West Coast can pay it.
Yeah.
So
what are you doing?
I'm going to Naz and saying, look, mate, we'll give you 7 years for 1.8. Gets him to 30.
Yeah,
Do it.
that's pretty good. I reckon you get it done.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I reckon you get it done.
Yeah.
Because
Last
you've also,
night, sign him Sunday night.
I wrote in my column this week with
Tell
the
him
Harley
tell him
stuff.
there's $1 million bonus if you get us a flag.
Yes, yeah. But
Yeah.
the Harley stuff too, like, you can't get bent over the barrel by these players. 3 number one
Correct.
draft picks have won a premiership in the last 27 years or something. So you need 1,000 different, you need more pieces. So if you're lobbing so much money
Hodge,
into one,
Boyd.
and there's one more. Hang on. No.
He's not going to get that.
No, we should.
Why should I?
It's Cam Rainey, you clown.
Oh, God.
Your
There we go.
boy. Okay, the real null. Why is St Kilda offering TDK so much and can't get Wanganeen Miller at a sign? Surely he's worth more. Yes. Well,
This is becoming a bit of a curveball.
also, I don't think necessarily offering him so much and Wanganeen. I don't think they're linked necessarily. I think they're going for both of them. They're gonna
One's
pay both of them.
front loaded, one's back
But whatever
loaded.
you're paying, Wanganeen Miller is clearly the better player
yeah.
and prospect and worth more. And
Yeah, but
everything.
those numbers are in the Harley scheme with TDK.
know.
Like, so they're not worth. Again, Harley's different to St Kilda because West Coast, that's it.
Are you more excited for St Kilda next year if TDK's in the middle rucking, Wanganeen Miller is still there?
I want to see a full fit TDK.
Yeah.
He
Luke-
sort of seems to be hiding a bit at the moment.
Look, surely Nasiah is a sniff for the Brownlow this year. I don't think they've won
They
enough
won't have enough,
games.
but gee whiz,
No one's taking votes off him.
He'll poll 20.
Yeah.
I
Within
thought
that
this last
range,
night,
mate, people
eh?
poll like they're going out of fashion these days. Mitch, would you rather build a team around Nasiah, Wanganeen Miller or Harley Reid? And why is Nick's answer Cam Rayner?
Because he's a bloody premiership star, number
Okay,
one.
go. Who you want? Harley or Nasiah?
Nasiah.
Same.
Oh, Naz.
Josh, Nasiah, Wanganeen Miller or Nick Dacos? Well, we did our draft yesterday, and I think
still
Wanganeen
went,
Miller
yeah.
went ahead of Nick, and you fell to pick 3. Hayden, voice message.
Hello, boys. Long time hard on, first time voicer. I'm unfortunately the North tragic, and Saturday night broke me.
Yep.
I was 50-50 to make the trip from Bendigo to Marvel, which is about a 2-hour drive both ways. And I can't believe I stayed to the end of that game. I've never left a game early. When over the last few years, there's been plenty of chances too. So I'm very loyal, but I know people walking out at half time. It was that embarrassing. There was no effort. Senior players again killing us. When are the Vic media actually going to start doing their jobs and question what the is going on at Arden Street instead of what club will get Harley Reid if he decides to go? I guess my question is, if Clarko does move on, who would actually want to take the North job? Like, we're not going to get someone like Nathan Buckley. He's got a cushy gig in the media, looking at probably the Tassie job. Simo, obviously the North connection there, but again, in the media, so who'd want it? I'm just staggered. No idea who'd actually want it to actually risk their reputation for it. Can you give us North fans a reason to go watch them for the rest of the year? Thank there's only 5 games to go. or 4 games to go. Love your work.
Oh, Hayden's a broken man.
He
isn't
really sounded
he
quite
was sort
defeated.
of like he was sort of struggling, and then he just started dropping F-bombs.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you're like, he's
That's
angry.
just passion. He
He's
just wants.
disappointed. He's angry. He's sad. He's frustrated. He's all of it.
He just wants to be heard.
He
Yeah.
just wants to
We
be
hear
heard.
you.
So
we
he
wrap our arms
We see
around you.
We wrap our arms around you.
Yeah.
Mickey Barlow,
We don't judge the action. We judge the response. Whatever. That's
support the person, not the action.
Let's just say Clarko decided tomorrow, you know what, I'm going to go live at a vineyard. I'm out of here. I'm going to go travel the world. Could your man step up?
Mickey
Mickey B?
Here he comes.
I could. I don't think he would though this year. No.
Skipworth? Runner up in the Eagles
yeah.
job?
Colin would assume. I would think that Skipworth won't be there next year.
What does that mean?
Oh, being if there's a job available, they see him as the number one candidate.
Right. So if it were North, you think it'd be him. If it were Carlton, you think it'd be him.
Well,
if you were,
yeah,
if it were Melbourne.
if there's some dominoes to fall, I think Collingwood would assume that he won't be there next
he's
year.
very close to the West Coast job. Very close.
Yeah.
And then obviously Simo's around. North,
Yeah,
North
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
North man.
But they
Yeah,
just
I
did
know
that.
he's a North man.
Do they
What are you
want to do
looking at
that?
me
They
for?
want to do that again. You're the North Melbourne Oracle, mate.
Let's go to. Oh, geez, I feel sorry for Hayden. Peter, can Jeremy Cameron kick 100 goals this year? Well, we ran through
Spoke
the
about
math
yesterday.
yesterday,
Yeah,
and we
yeah.
think yes, he can. Liam on Murphy Reid. Anoint him. Steal of the draft and the best Reid in WA has to be the rising star. Been good all year. Curtin's had 6 good weeks. Liam, I'll read you a quote from pre-season.
No,
Will, when Harley leaves the West, it will be the playing group's fault. There you go.
Well, yeah.
Well,
He also did
Hold
give
on,
away
he goes
5
on. Watching him be manhandled, bodied, and hunted by a whole side without any help from anyone is just piss weak by the West Coast Eagles. At mid-season, they should have taken a Parfitt or a like to protect the kid for 18 months. I'm sure Tom Atkins will look after him if he chooses the Mighty Cats.
well, they got Jack. That's why Jack Graham. Part of why Jack Graham's there. We're not there at the moment.
But Jack
obviously.
Graham's not a Tom Atkins. I'm telling you right
No,
now,
no.
the credit that Tom Atkins should be getting should be way more than 90% of the league.
Harley is, if he stays at West Coast, is choosing the hard road because he's going to get all the attention for the next 3 years until they have someone else.
He gave away 5 free kicks in that first quarter.
So he averages 4.8 whistles a game. That's for and against. He's 11th in free kicks for and first in free kicks against. The umpires are all over Harley Reid in every single respect. Matt X, do it for us, please. Right off Brizzy, and not in a joking way. He said, do it for real. Write him off.
I was close to writing off Gold Coast Suns last week, but I've just sort of dangled. I know that some people got upset thinking I was doing it seriously last time. I'm just going to keep that bullet in the chamber. Put up one more game like that, and I will write them off.
They got a big game this week, don't they?
Yeah, they got a big 3 weeks.
Yeah,
Collingwood?
is it?
It's not Collingwood
No,
this
no.
week.
Was it? Might be the Dogs.
Might be the Dogs. I think
No,
it
Dogs
is.
got the Giants.
Oh, no,
Oh, Dogs are the
Giants.
Giants, and the Brisbane Lions have Collingwood. Yeah, this Saturday
Is
night.
it this Saturday?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, Aaron, Zave, what was tougher, missing the Sporty on Saturday or having to sit through the Derby?
Sit through the Derby.
Jeez,
Jeez, it
double
was a
whammy.
shit game.
Double whammy.
So after some shit Thursday, Friday, this weekend, Thursday night, Western Bulldogs Giants.
Yeah.
Friday
Ooh.
night, Adelaide Hawthorn.
Yeah,
Good.
now go back to the next 3 weeks.
Oh, no, it
No,
goes
don't.
back to
don't.
Let's
Essendon.
just let us live in the
Sorry.
moment.
Then next week, Hawthorn, Collingwood.
Yeah, what else is there?
Geelong, Essendon. And then
Hey,
Essendon,
cheers
St
up.
Kilda.
Cheers, will kick.
Cheers for 10. Jonathan, Freo seems to lift and dip based on their opponent's skill. Can you win finals like that? Someone pointed this out to me on the coverage. It might have been Lekka. I can't remember, but he's right.
Yeah,
so when they're
yeah.
playing lower teams, they win just.
They're not a great forward
And
half.
when they play good teams,
team.
they lift for those teams. It's really remarkable.
They bounce a lot better out of the back half than they do playing in their own
Saying
50.
that, they played with their food on. So they could have won by 90 if they kicked straight. Mike, if there was no North Melbourne references on the 2-minute warning, how long until someone notices? That's a good point.
What do we?
We just ignored them.
Nah, I
We
don't think
actually have a
North.
strong North audience.
I don't think North would be the number 1 seed.
Hayden would chip in and say, guys, talk about us.
Who would be the number 1 seed if we didn't speak about them? Like
Melbourne.
Port Adelaide?
Nah, Melbourne.
Melbourne.
Because Melbourne have no fans anyway.
Right, I get potted by a lot of
Their
Melbourne
fans,
supporters
yeah,
on
because
socials.
you've got all the
the grammar.
top
No,
tier.
because I've say they're bottom 4 side all year. I'm probably going to be right on
They're
that.
not arguing with you now. Ski, g'day legends. A lot of people talk about the Eagles' significant financial position, 60-odd million in the bank. But with restrictions around player salaries and the soft cap, what realistically can the Eagles do to help improve on-field performance now and in the future? And player attraction/retention? Could they spend money on A, cognitive resilience and mental performance program, e.g. partner with neuropsychologists to develop mental toughness training, decision-making under pressure, and recovering from performance slumps, or out-of-the-box thoughts that other sporting teams have introduced globally, like build a VR simulation zone to rehearse, centre bounce setups, defensive zone rotations, etc. Interesting because there is footy, as sophisticated as it's becoming financially, etc. We still treat the clubs a lot of the time like footy clubs.
Yeah.
Like we haven't moved into that next phase of like VR.
Yeah,
and
it's
But I
funny
think
you say
that'd all come under the cap, I think.
it probably would come
yeah,
under
they would say
footy
that's
soft cap spending,
No,
wouldn't
I
it?
don't reckon it would.
Maybe just
It would
pretend
come under facilities.
I got an idea. Pretend it's a movie facility. Where
Yeah,
you-
no,
VR,
yeah.
you're going to watch Titanic, but in virtual reality.
So, like, we thought we were high tech at Hawthorn back in the day, where there was a screen, like a projector white screen, would have been 20 metres in the air,
Yep.
and the room would be now. Back then, it would seem huge, but the bigger ones now you'd be, I don't know, 20 metres back from it, and they'd have a player lead from a goal square on the white screen, and you'd have to hit them.
with a real ball?
Yeah, with a real footy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Really?
we thought that was high tech.
That's pretty cool.
Like, yeah,
That's
but
a good game.
Was it accurate?
it was us running. Like,
Yeah, but you felt like it actually worked
yeah,
properly?
because you're kicking it. Yeah,
That's amazing. Yeah,
I
right.
want to play that.
How long ago was that?
15 years ago, 20 years ago.
Surely we got some advances on that.
Yeah,
Surely they
I
must
think,
be
but I
using
think
it.
this is saying like let's be in an MRI machine, big thing, and you're in there with VR options.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
In fact, talking about that, I think one of the things they should be doing is building their own facility where they can do MRIs and that sort of stuff. It should
Their
be
own
at
scanning.
Mineral
Yeah.
Resources, and they can use it for the public to come in and pay for it.
Someone would lease
what I mean?
that. Someone would lease that space.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You'd have to lease it. Cost fee.
Yeah,
benefit would be
but over the course
minimal.
of years, like,
Yeah.
you know. Anyway, Sean, is there a player you're convinced is just at the wrong club? I've always thought Hunter Clark would go well on a better side. Surely there are players out there just in the wrong system. There always is. There's always guys whose career get wasted at the wrong spot.
Matt Kennedy.
Well, yeah, he's sort of moved around. And if you're just the odd man out, like if you're the fourth guy.
See, it's amazing. Like, for example, the other way, like Tom Adkins, if he was in another midfield, he could probably go get the footy 25.
Yeah.
if he
Yeah.
loves doing the hard shit. Like, it's players like him, and I know I've mentioned him twice now, but they're the other ones. There's always something that's not clicking for them at the club. Like they don't train hard enough, or you
So
know, there's
there's-
something that just doesn't click. And you look and go, you'd be a better footballer at another club, but then probably their effort wouldn't change.
Was it like the Dave Grohl? You know, he's a drummer in Nirvana. It turns out he's a frontman for the Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
He's the no, that he's a very good drummer in
It's a
Nirvana.
very Nick reference. Pastor Mark, all the silver spoons West Coast were being fed early on and now slowly turning into wooden ones. Loves it, the pastor.
He does love it.
And just to confirm, it's church, not.
The food.
Not pasta. Although
Jack.
he probably does love.
Hello, lads. I have big Eastern bias, but I hate the priority pick rule completely. It's a joke. If the competition wanted an even team and a thing of giving the Eagles an extra pick, would a team like Essendon be able to ask for one for the fact they haven't won a final for the same time it takes someone to be born, finish high school, and graduate uni by the time they have a chance to win another? I think just get rid of the priority picks. I know Rhino will probably use this email to slag off the Bombers and ask for one for Freo because they've never won a flag. Tent stuff. Cheers. I'm not going to mention Freo, but I do think it is pretty funny that now that West Coast are going to get one for Oscar in that sort of free agency stuff, and they might ask for a priority pick, that suddenly this has to end. Are we actually forgetting all the priority picks in the past? Greg Swan forgot his own priority pick when he came out and said, I don't like the priority picks. They should just do what Brisbane did. They got priority picks. Huh?
I was a priority pick.
There you go. I agree that we should never have started this. This should never have happened in the first place.
We just
But-
need to scrap it all, right?
no, but at this point, it's too late to do that. You can't just say, now
No.
we're stopping it.
No, there needs to
You put
be
your nuts on the line.
No,
Father,
there-
son,
now
priority,
we're stopping.
academy,
there
done.
needs to be a moment. It's like drink driving. There has to be a rule. There has to be a moment you go, nah,
So
no
set it
more.
in the
It's
future
all off.
then. So, okay, from this year, after next year on, there's nothing. Guys, clean slate. No priority picks.
No,
We're
father,
done.
no, but it has to be no priority picks, no father, sons, no academies.
Well, you can't do that.
The academies do my head in. They're
Not-
the worst.
That's not happening now. Greg
Academies
Swan's
are
in
the
charge.
worst.
He's a Brisbane guy now. You're not getting rid of the academies. Forget about it.
True.
James, voice message.
G'day to Big Canvas, Big Fin and Big Smoke. Jim Bob here, a long time listener, but first time soundbiter. Just thought I'd give you a question on the back of what X spoke about last week around the Eagles, paying some contracts that were definitely too long and probably too much for players who didn't deserve them. And it's probably off the back of the fact that they've got to pay 95% of their cap to someone. So I really think it's time for the AFL to be able to allow clubs like West Coast to start trading some of their cap for picks and players. So it's a tradable commodity. And allow them to get back up the ladder a bit quicker. So what are your thoughts on that, lads? And yeah, keep it up the great work. All right, cheers.
I love that.
Well, it's just trade space.
Yeah, but like, there's no way in the world West Coast should be playing 95% of the cap.
Yeah.
No.
There just isn't. They got one player that is. They just shouldn't be anywhere near 95%. So you can go to, I don't know, Sydney, for example, and go, hey, we'll flick you for the next 2 or 3 years $1 million a year.
Yeah.
Then you can maybe lob your key forward that you're chasing, and for that we'll take a first-round draft pick.
And they get Kohler on top of that.
Okay, here's a left field one. What have you said to Harley? He wants 24 mil for 11 years. What have you said?
That number's too big for me, by the way. I'm now getting a bit nervous about it.
What have you said? We need to pay 95%, and we've got no one else at the moment. So how about the first couple of years we're giving you 3.5?
Yeah.
Right? And at the back end,
I don't mind that.
it's only like 600.
I don't mind
and
that.
we're going to have all this money to go and get the next big stars.
But he
and
has
bring
to
them
get
over.
rid of all exit clauses. All of them.
Yeah, you're staying.
Yeah, of course. The 2-year thing's not going to work.
None of that
scenario.
stuff's around.
We will fill your boots. We will fill your boots initially. We need to get to 95%.
Because what
Here we
players,
go.
what players at Eagles should be on over 500,000?
Harley, I reckon Liam Baker's over that based on everyone else's salaries.
Yeah, that's all.
That's all.
Jeremy McGovern.
Waterman.
Jeremy McGovern.
How many do you think?
We go if he's playing, definitely, but he's not playing.
Not playing. So, but how many do you think would be on over 500?
Oh, more than that.
Would it be 10 or 12?
Yeah, about 10, I'd say, if I was guessing.
Geez, there's some lucky
Need
boys.
some time to go through them.
Lucky
I'd need
boys.
some time to go through the list.
Timing's everything, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's not a bad shout. Link, hi gents. I was talking to my son today about how Jai Amos was struggling of late. My wife, who doesn't follow sport at all, came in and asked, why are you calling him Dry Anus? Unfortunately, that's what I'm going to call Jai from now on. Link, North Devon, UK. Dry. I should really pre-read these.
No,
before I read.
hey, that's great too. And Jai, I don't know if you noticed anything different with him on the weekends.
Yes, I did.
What you notice?
Leading out of the square, which is what you wanted him to do.
No, he was starting on the wing.
Oh, yeah, he
Yeah,
did
the
that from
second
time
half,
to
yeah.
time.
Started on
yes.
the wing.
But he was good. He's
was
been
better,
good
he's
for the
better.
last 2-3 weeks. He's improved.
He
Yes.
had 2 disposals 2 weeks ago, mate.
You hate him, man.
No,
Lay off Dry Anus.
on the wing, he did a spoil. Dry Anus did
Yeah,
a
yeah.
spoil in the half back line. Let him run. Let
Just to
him
be
have
clear,
some fun.
we are not going to call him that for the rest
Dry
of the year.
anus.
No, I'm not calling him Dylan Mick. And Dry Anus might get a run.
Alex, how far along did Angus Beef Sheldrick's talks with West Coast get?
Oh.
Or was his preference always to try and make it work in Sydney before looking at alternative options?
City supporters get after you on these ones, Rhino.
His preference was always to stay at Sydney, but if you're not playing, you're not playing. This year he's played. So I
you could've
don't
got
think they got
900.
very far with West Coast. I think he'll stay at Sydney.
He
This
already
might
has
be
2
a-
years.
Oh, has it been announced?
He done 2 years.
When did that get announced?
On the weekend.
Oh, that pisses me off. I can't go into why, but that pisses me
This
off.
might be a
Nah,
Devon,
I knew about that 10 days ago.
This might be a
I did the
Devon
righty.
Robertson
Devon Robertson,
contract.
you reckon? He's out of contract too.
Yeah, Sheldrick, I just reckon when Goulden,
Josh Gavlich.
Yeah, okay.
Goulden and all them are back, he might be.
Yep. Sam, hey guys, one for each of you. Rhino, I'm mid-30s and a few years into my broadcasting career and already seeing some greys. Do I embrace it? Do you wish you covered it?
No, you got your grey hair.
hairs.
Oh! Hold on, so is he also
Yeah,
in
he's
his
turning grey.
mid-thirties?
He's showing
And
some
he's in
greys.
his broadcasting career?
Yeah, so
No, I'm fine with it.
your greys are fine.
You got to
I'm
go.
fine
You got to
with
lean
it.
into
Yeah,
the
I'm
greys.
fine. And I do think there is a point early you've got to make the call.
Yeah.
Because you can't go from being grey to suddenly not. That's too obvious.
Yeah, but-
you can't go also like white grey.
No, not too early.
You're a few little patches.
And I'm in my 40s now.
But I think
so
also
if it happens now, fine.
if you start dying and then some people never stop, and there's a point where you have to stop,
Absolutely.
but they just never do.
Simo.
Simo.
Yeah.
That's right.
Zave, in the 2015 qualifying final, did you mean to clean up Cyril, and which Hawks player belted you the best? You want to answer that one?
Didn't mean to clean up Cyril the first time. Did try and put him into a point post the second time. And did I tell you that was off the back of Sean Burgoyne fighting me?
Oh,
So they all charged at me. So I swung an arm, probably trouble these days.
Yep.
Swung an arm, 50-metre penalty, goal, and they all ran at me. And I had Hodge, Burgoyne, and maybe one other was getting in there. And Sean was holding me, going, hey, bro, I'm only holding you so Clarko thinks I'm angry. I was like, I pick you, Sean. So then we just hold each other's jumpers. And like, having said that, Clarko goes, oh, look at Burgoyne and getting up on you, beauty. And little does he know that Silk's whispered to me, he's only doing it so Clarko leaves off him.
Third question, Nick. If you got home and saw Cam Rayner in bed with your wife, which side would you get in?
It's right in the middle.
Mickey, what is Judd McVee's trade value to head home to WA? I think, depending on the club, I think if you're Fremantle and you had a late first rounder, I don't think that's out of the
Judd
question.
McVee?
I don't think it's out of the question. You're late. It's going to be
What is he, 21?
19 by the time all the shit comes into it.
Got to watch more Judd McVee.
Mate, Judd McVee's a good player.
Yeah, he's a good player.
He's a good player. West Coast to be, you wouldn't give up your first, but you might give up your early second or late first.
Yeah, you'd want something. I think you'd have first. I don't know. I'll watch more Judd
He's
McVee.
a good, he's a good player.
He hasn't had a good season this year.
No, he hasn't. Tom, of all the rule changes in the last 2-3 years, what is the most pointless and why is it Ruckman having to nominate for each Ruck contest? Umpires basically remind the Rucks what they're there to do. I like that the AFL is a league that changes rules and isn't stuck in the past, but some are in vogue for a while, they're never enforced properly after that. He's right. That thing has to go.
But I think the entire
nominating
ruck
thing,
the whole
stupid.
ruck thing needs to clean up. It's just like little contact and stuff. Let it go.
But how good is footy too? I don't know if you ever used to do it, where you'd throw the ball up. We used to do it at training at AFL level, so not even like kid stuff. And you weren't allowed to touch the ball till it bounced, and then it was on for young and old.
Oh, should bring that in.
Well, if the dopes aren't there,
Yeah.
just throw it up and away we go.
The only thing I like about the Ruck nomination rule is when no one nominates, and I like going, oh, what's going to happen here?
Yeah, but have you noticed they never make the most of any?
No.
One of the rucks on the weekend had no ruckman inside 50. Ball got thrown in, grabbed it by himself, and then just kicked it through the points.
All right.
I was like, how dumb are you? Aim at the goals at least.
Anthony, hey fellas, based on the teams provided, these are the guys I'd like to see in the new Amazon show. We'd love to hear your thoughts. So Amazon's doing a doco,
yep.
and the clubs that they've put in are Freo, GWS, Dogs, Gold Coast, and Lions by the looks
I
of it.
saw him in the GWS.
Now, he's
on
picked
field.
the ones he wants. Shea Bolton, and in brackets, new club, new environment, would be cool to see the experience in real time. GWS, Lockie Whitfield, just as good off field as per reports.
Yeah.
Dogs, Bond. It's Bond, but also new cafe, brand deals with Nintendo. Maybe we see some business side of the comp with him. Gold Coast, Matt Rao, just a curious guy, to be honest. I want to know more about the resident grass eater. And the Lions, Will Ashcroft, coming off a norm, how he handled expectations, that sort of stuff. Who would you pick from those clubs? Freo, go. You can follow one play. It's Paddy Voss, isn't it? It's Paddy
Or
Voss.
could be a bit of Luke Ryan.
Luke Ryan
Yeah.
would be loose. He'd be loose. He'd be funny.
I don't know.
Josh Tracy.
Darcy as well. It'd be an interesting year to follow Darcy.
Big Sean.
Yeah.
Yeah, unicorn.
Josh Tracy would be interesting too.
Yeah.
Because
That's true.
he loves it, but he also likes his own time and space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
GWS, who you picking? Toby.
I think so.
Toby or Whitfield have got it
Yeah.
covered.
It's the obvious one. Dogs. Jamara.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Sam Darcy.
Yeah, probably a bit of Sam Darcy.
I like Bont as well.
But if we've got Whitfield, we've got Libart, we've got Lukey Ryan. There's a lot of piss drinking
A
going
lot
on.
of that, boys.
Yeah, I like Bont. Contract year Bont.
Gold Coast. I think it is Rao.
Yeah, or maybe I
He's
wouldn't
a
mind.
weird cat.
I wouldn't mind him being Noah
McIntyre.
Anderson.
Bit of Noah.
Well, because he's just not respected as a star.
True. Put him on the map.
Yeah.
And the Lions. Well, you want Cam Rayner. Who do you want?
Let me have a little think. Maybe Harris Andrews or something.
Oh yeah.
Bit of Harris Andrews.
That's a bit vanilla.
Yeah, no, but I don't reckon he would be.
Give me his McLuggage.
That's vanilla to me.
Wow. Is it?
Yeah,
Maybe
I
like
think-
let's go young.
But it just
Well, they
sums
go
up-
like a
just sums
Levi
up-
first
let's
year in the
go-
comp.
it
Let's
just
Levi
go the
Ashcroft.
Ashcroft brothers. We get
Yeah.
both of them.
This just sums up Brisbane what we've said all year.
It's so vanilla.
Just vanilla.
Tommy, with all the talk of West Coast splitting their draft picks with Gold Coast this year, why don't the Eagles just select the Gold Coast Academy player and force them to match the bid? That way they still get the next selection, but also get Gold Coast draft picks.
Which one?
This could be done with picks 1 and 2.
They've got
Imagine
two.
imagine if Gold Coast say, no, we're good. and then you've got the kids that want to go home in 2 years.
You're taking Newland.
Yeah.
Newland. The kid's a stud.
Would he be number one, would he?
Yep. Mitch, hey
Ahead of
lads.
Dursman now.
Yep.
And he hasn't played this year.
No, he hasn't played all year. Played on the weekend. Look good. Mitch, hey lads, I forgot to send this in last week to help with your hardball bets, but my girlfriend and I have been dating for 2 years, and I've
nice.
now tallied it up. Fremantle are 14-1 when she has come to a game with me. The one being Freo v Geelong last year, and she's actually a Geelong fan. We booked flights to Melbourne last week, and everyone I saw was telling me Fremantle stood no chance. Well. Do I put a ring on it? And do I tell you guys when she's coming so you can flick some money on? So she
Oh, for
came to the
punt-
week
for-
with a
for
big
punting
Collingwood.
purpose.
Yeah, so he's saying that she's 14-1 and the only one she lost was against
Yeah,
Geelong,
right,
which is
yeah,
her
do it.
team.
Yeah, but then we need to know, I guess, So Fremantle will start really short against teams over here. So alternatively, we might need her for this week, for example.
Just stay
don't
away.
go when we back Carlton. That's one way to make money.
Oh, reverse it.
Do you know what I mean? Like that's one. We're not going to make money when they're paying a
No, I don't
12.
mind that. Yeah. Anonymous. Oh, this would be good.
Oh God.
Hi, chaps. Love the podcast. Just a quick question. What is more disingenuous? Commentating on interstate game from a studio in Melbourne while pretending to be there, or or acting as if the mailbag segment is a separate show and not just recorded on the end of the main podcast on Monday and
What are you
released a day
talking about?
later. Thanks, guys. Love your work. What are you talking about?
It's Tuesday.
Of the two, I'd definitely say the first option.
Today's Tuesday. How good was Monday night?
Oh, yeah, it's good. I
can't believe what happened.
Day.
Can't believe it.
They challenged and accepted and all that.
That thing happened. Jesse, hello, fellas. Can we talk about the quality of umpiring, please? Seem that every contest is a lucky dip. Yeah, it is getting pretty ordinary. It is getting pretty ordinary. Tony, high ballers. With the year West Coast have had, surely they can't afford to keep Oscar. In Jake, Job, and Archer, we trust, and it's imperative we take pick 1 and 2 and do not split. Thoughts? I don't think it's heading any other way.
Don't split. Take pick 2, and I don't know why. Look, I hope for the best for these young kids, but there's certainly no evidence.
The only thing I would do with pick 2, if I was going to trade it, would be to trade it to North Melbourne for their first next year.
Yeah.
Because I like next year's draft way better.
Yeah, but then you're going to go from pick 2 to maybe if it clicks.
Is it? I'd be back.
He's high on North.
I'd be backing it in.
We cannot argue that North's management's been any worse than West Coast.
I'd be backing in them to finish bottom 4 again. North.
Yeah, but West Coast will be there as well.
Yeah, so you keep
Yeah,
yours
you're just
for next
moving it
year.
a year forward.
Instead of pick 2 this year,
Yeah.
pick 3 next year, I'd take that ahead of pick 2 this year, is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
No, I get what you're saying.
Hi, Matt. Can Adelaide win the flag with Jake Saligo as their number 2 midfielder?
It was good on the weekend.
Jeez, what do you have, 35 and 2?
He's a bit hot and cold. I know what he's saying.
He's hot and cold.
Yeah. Roscoe.
Is he their number 2?
Yeah, he would be.
And Dawson Saligo?
I think Dawson's number 1 and 2.
Yeah, no, he would do.
Roscoe, wrapping a few things in together here. Zave has an excess of beer, amazing running endurance despite his frame, and is always looking to support the community and small businesses pro bono. With all that in mind, maybe an end-of-season event for getters down at Jackadder Lake in a few months' time. We'd all drink Zave's single fins while he runs laps and drinks a beer and repeats until he can't anymore in a Hurdy's ultra-style event, fundraising for men's health. Rhino can bring a few tents down so it looks like a real event, and Nick can stream it all across the country.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
I like
It's actually not bad. So
That's
you
not
run
bad.
a lap, have a beer.
I'm glad it's
and you
Jack
keep
Adder and
going.
not Hurdy too, by the way.
You just keep doing laps until you can't drink and run anymore. Ultra marathon for men's health.
To be honest with you, that's a lot of laps.
Yeah.
I actually don't mind that. Hamish, bonus episode idea. Hardball gets All-Australian box off. Simple concept. All you guys pick your final All-Australian squad. Most correct guesses win a box each from the other 2.
I thought we were going to have to punch on.
I don't mind that.
Oh, I don't mind. We should do that, actually, yeah.
All right, we've got 3 conspiracies. Let's hit it. All right, the first one. It's long. This from Purple Dogger. To Cheech, Slick, and Nully. You'd be...
He's
Nully.
Nully.
You're
No.
Cheech.
No.
From
I'm
Cheech and
Cheech
Chong. And I'm
You're
Slick.
Slick.
Statement.
Kendall.
Ex-Ellis will never raise the zip on the Freo tent. I have known this for a long time now, but wanted to keep it quiet because I love the Chimera man. And also, when he told me, he made me swear to secrecy. But lately, it's been eating away at me. And now I'm not sleeping at night, knowing I'm the only one that knows the real reason behind his hatred for the purple. I don't have a crepe myrtle in the backyard to confide in. So for my own health and well-being, I just need to cleanse myself by putting it all down in writing. So here we go. When Zave got the Clarko tap on the shoulder, and consequently the lemon and sass from Hawthorn, he was devastated. He thought about a lot of things, but it was the financial side of things that worried him most. With none of the other 17 clubs at all interested, he started shopping himself around. He sent every club in Melbourne Grammar School footy photos with his standing amongst all the big guns. The 2008 Grand Final stat sheet and a photo of him with Bud. After 2 months, only one club showed slight interest, West Coast. But he was only offered base rate and matches. This hit him hard, but he came up with a plan. If he could just get Freo interested, he could play the 2 clubs off with each other to raise the stakes. After calling them every day, sending more photos of him and Bud, and even going to the extent of flying to Perth, finding out where Ross Lyon lived and running past his house 3 times a day in his singlet and shorts, pretending to not raise a sweat, they still had absolutely no interest in him. They even blocked his number and got a restraining order out of him so he couldn't come within 500-metre radius of Coburn. This cut deep with the big fella. And to this day, he blames Freo for everything that happens in his life, e.g. Em having to use his super to get her teeth done, Ted and Albie having to go to the local public school, him having to work 7 jobs, having to beg the cherry tomato guy to give him free product if he mentions his name on radio, and now the latest, begging and suck-holing up to Gage Roads. They say the first cut is the deepest, but this appears to be a wound that never will be ever fixed. So don't expect Big Peps to be looking into the Fremantle caravan or going into the BCF to buy a purple 10 in the near future. The noise I'm getting is he's done. It will never happen.
Oh,
Great conspiracy. Very good conspiracy.
Is it accurate?
Well, for the conspiracy theory, wildly accurate.
Is it?
But in real life, no. I had no interest from West Coast until literally I was in Perth.
My understanding
Yeah, Fremantle flew you here.
Fremantle flew you here.
Yeah.
You double-crossed them and pivoted to West Coast. Is that right? You double-crossed.
I didn't double cross. No,
You owe them a flight.
and accommodation. No,
Where'd they put you? What hotel?
the one right down the water, the 3 or 4 level one,
Esplanade?
looks really nice. Yeah,
The Esplanade?
Yeah.
The old one on the
Yeah.
on the grass
Oh,
there.
very nice.
Yeah.
There you go.
No. They went down a different path.
Who was the path?
Colin Sylvia.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, Jacob, let's move on to the next one. We know that Hawks and Collingwood have a massive game coming up that will shape the 8. We also know that Finn McGuinness had a terrible injury last week. Is it possible that Collingwood, by order of Nick Dacos and the powerful Eddie Maguire, sought to hurt the man in fear of a tag? We know that Finn has long tagged Nick in previous matchup to great effect. Let's consider the facts. Finn was fine all game and in good shape after the game, celebrating in the rooms.
Yes.
Maybe the punctured kidney occurred in a dark alley on the way home and not in the game. In all seriousness, speedy recovery to Finn, but we're on to you, Eddie.
Yeah, that was incredible though. Forgetting Finn.
Yeah, there's no
is he
sign
still
of
in
anything.
hospital? Like,
No,
it's
he's back now.
crazy injury.
All right, one more conspiracy.
Did he catch the Spirit of Tasmania home, or was he allowed to fly?
Probably got the boat.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be bad.
It's a long day.
Matty Dowd. G'day, Kent Dole, Big Pepsi, and Mr. Green. It's the G-Man, Matty Dowd here again. You may remember the email from earlier in the year regarding Saina's Tassie tank. Like all things Saints, they have struggled to succeed at this plan.
Not Rennie.
Hey,
Like
pass
all-
it on.
Like all things Saints, they have struggled to succeed at this plan. And word from inside the club is they believe Wanganeen Miller is a goner and they need to make bang for buck. They are looking to pivot into a deal involving the Eagles and the AFL with 3 words at the forefront of conversation. Eagles, priority, picks. I believe from this info that would rattle the rest of the AFL will see Wanganeen to Eagles, who break out their buried chests of cash for him and Harley, with 2 picks returning to Saints, of which the AFL will assist the Eagles with, leading the Saints to believe this will get them the best deal. Rumour has it the Eagles have buried their premiership trophies until such time the AFL makes this happen to avoid the AFL saying they've had too much recent success for assistance. Ross, as you would expect, has cracked the smallest of smiles, meaning he's excited at the prospect of his list becoming as boring as his game style. What have you heard, Rhino? Any of your inner sanctum weasels caught a sniff of the same spliff Nick, the Eagles, St Kilda and the AFL have been smoking? That's a reach.
That's a reach, but I do love how the majority of people think that Nick genuinely has a drug problem.
I do not.
hasn't
Mate, where would I get the
We
time?
haven't been put to bed yet, have
We
we?
haven't
No.
had a text.
Where would I get the
There
time?
was that period where he disappeared randomly for a few weeks there, right around this place, tightened up on that sort of stuff. The episode is brought to you by Woodside Energy, a proud major sponsor of the Fremantle Footy Club, supporting local footy, grassroots to greatness.